Hello everybody, welcome to today's live. So excited to have everyone here. We're just going to give you a couple minutes to get settled. If you still want to grab your cup of coffee or hot chocolate or whatever it is you need, you are more than welcome, and then we shall get started. In the meantime, I'd love to hear from you what machine you have. So I'd love to see a hi in the comments and just let me know what machine that you use, whether it's a Maker, a Joy, or Explore. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Oh, we've already got some people coming in today. We've got Homaraya and Toby, Raksha and Tanya. Hi everybody, welcome. So excited to have you guys join us today. So awesome. Susie has joined the chat. Hi Susie. Mari is here and Gail is in. Oh, fantastic. So excited to see everybody. In case you've just joined, I've asked everyone to let me know in the comments which Cricut machine you have. Whether it's a Joy, Explore, Maker, just let us know. And if you've got a problem and you've got multiple, you can let us know in the comments too. Santi has got a Maker 3. That is awesome. Susie has a Joy, Joy Extra, and Maker 1. Oh, that's interesting. Hi Davida, how's it going? Tanya has the Explore 3. How's it, Lesejo? Mari has a Maker 3. That's awesome. Seems like the Maker 3 is quite popular. That's interesting. Bridget is in the house. And Annarine has a Joy Extra. Love the Joy Extra. Mariah has a Maker. That's awesome. Karen has a Maker and a Joy. It's so interesting to see that some people have polar opposite machines. That's awesome. Bridget has a Maker 3 and a 4. Very nice. Terry has a Joy Extra. That is fantastic. Raksha has a Joy Extra, Maker 3, and a Maker 4. That is so awesome. I'm so excited to see everybody engaging in the comments, and it's so exciting that everybody's got such different machines. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Sarah, and I'm going to be hosting today's live class. I'm super excited about this one. Today we are talking about all things vinyl. In case you haven't seen what's going on our Facebook group at the moment, this week's challenge is actually vinyl focused, which is quite awesome, and that's what's inspiring our project today. Just want to say a big thank you to Cricut and Logitech for sponsoring this class, because without them, these Thursdays of funny commenting and keeping engaged and learning something new just wouldn't be possible. If you've got any questions, please don't feel like you have a silly question or you think that no one's going to answer. If I don't get to answering your question, then that's fine, because the admins are watching the chat. They're trying to keep an eye out, and for whatever reason, if your question doesn't get answered, please feel free to pop it on our Facebook group, because someone will get back to you and your question will get answered. So today what we are doing is we are creating this social media plaque, and this is for your market days. So if you're hosting markets, there's other places that you can use these. You can do it with weddings, bridal showers, but today we are talking about all things small business. So this is a great way for you guys to display your social medias at your markets. I'm speaking about how to upload a QR code today, but if you are old school and you want to go with handles, then that's perfectly fine as well. You can do the same concept, except you can, put your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, your different handles, which is awesome. I am very excited today because I'm going to be using the lovely Joy Machine. Oh, I love the Joy Machine. It is small, it is compact, it does everything that it needs to do, and I feel like a lot of people feel like it's too small and you can't use it for anything. If your budget only allows for Joy, don't feel the pressure. Don't feel like getting a Joy is a bad investment, because even though it's small, here's our little size of our mat, it is absolutely mighty. And if there's bigger projects you want to do, you can do like a piecemeal project. You can cut the different elements out and you can put them together. It is absolutely possible. So if you've got a Joy, never ever despair and say that it's the only machine you have. All I have is a Joy, because the Joy is a wonderful machine. So I'm excited to get started. We're going to talk about designing and design space and how the different elements work. I'm going to go ahead and switch us on over to design space. Alrighty, so here we are in design space, and I've actually got my design here already on my platform. I feel as though you guys might be seeing something different to what I'm seeing. If you give me 2 seconds, it seems as though my design space is having a little bit of a moment. Give me a minute. Let's close this. Technical difficulties, evil gremlins coming to attack our live class today for whatever reason. But a lot of people are still letting me know in the comments what machines they have, which is so cool. I see that the makers and the Joy Extras are some really popular machines. Candace has some exciting news. She has a market this weekend. That is amazing. Maybe inspire us, Candace. What are the main things that you're going to be selling at your market? I know I've heard of people doing t-shirt bars, which is super cool. So if anybody has ever done a t-shirt bar, I'd love to know. So that's when you'll take your machine with you and you'll make t-shirts for people live out, like right there and then. So let's try this again. Thank you for your patience, people. I love you all. There we go. Oh, okay, she looks crazy, so let's just fix her. My bad, guys. I'm sure you don't want to see this icky behind the scenes nonsense, but we are nearly there. Give me a second. We are nearly successful. Goodness gracious me. She's being crazy today. Nearly there. Fantastic. Thank you for your patience, people. You are amazing. Let's try that again. Okay. Now you can see me. You can see my design. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's hit the road. Let's put our small face over there so no one can be bothered by us. Okay, as we were, this is our little design that I've already designed, but I'm going to redo it so I can show you how we can get this done. I will say today's class is relatively simple, so this is great for first timers, new beginners. This is a really cool project to get started with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disappear this guy because we don't need him right now. So we've got our blank canvas. We're going to go here to images and we're going to add the shape of our blank. So you might get a rectangle or a square or, you know, a different shaped acrylic blank, but I've got this guy. Apparently it's called a pennant. I actually used this in my bookmark class a few weeks ago. Then I'm going to show you, this is my little acrylic blank here, and I'm going to measure her. She is approximately, I don't know why I keep on saying her. Don't ask me questions, guys. Sometimes I do strange things. It is, I have misplaced my ruler. So I'm going to pretend that I measured this because normally I will admit, I use my mats as rulers, but my other mat is there. So we're going to cheat. 14 by 20 is what my measurement was. Now you know, so exciting. So this is 14 by 20 and we're going to make this little pennant 14 by 20. You can either grab the little corners, or if you're like really particular about your measurements, you can go here to size and you can go 14. Guys, I actually forgot. Short-term memory loss. 14 by 20. Fantastic. If you want to have exact sizes, so you'll see here there's a little locked proportions button there. Just press that button and then I can get exact numbers. 14 by 20. Fantastic. There's my acrylic blank, and now you have a couple of options. I like to go and make them white. I just feel like it's easier for me to see. It's a nice background. But another alternative where your machine doesn't think it needs to cut it is you can go to basic cut and you can make it this a guide. So that is quite a nice thing to do. It's not what I like to do. I prefer to make it white. Don't ask me, it's just preference, and then as you go you'll see like you get different preferences when you're designing and whatever. Okay, so there's my little pennant, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paint the background, but I want to get a nice visual idea of what I'm going to be seeing, so I'm going to say paint slosh. I don't know if that's going to be what brings it up. Slosh? No. Paint streak could be it. Yeah, that'll do. Let's add. This is actually not majorly important. I'm not going to spend 100 years on it. Nah, that's ugly. Okay, I'm overthinking this because it's definitely not important. Because we're not actually going to cut this out. But you could, if you're not really keen on painting your acrylic, you can 100% just cut out a piece of vinyl, because that would look gorgeous. Okay, I'm happy with this. Now this is my base, this is my background, that's what I'm working with. You'll see on the sides here, it's giving me these little red, oh my gosh, hello, you're making a mistake situations, but I'm not going to cut these out, so they're not something you need to worry about. Okay, so that is my board. I went on Pinterest and went down a little bit of a rabbit hole of what I was going to do with this design. I'm going to show you exactly sort of what I did with mine. Might change fonts here and there, but mine is inspired by Pinterest. So we're going to get a text, and I thought it was so cute when I saw a sign that said let's get social. I was like, oh, that is so adorable. Okay, so there's my text that I've added, and we're going to go have a look at fonts. Again, a rabbit hole. Oh goodness, I can spend a very long time just looking at fonts. So now I find that it's best to set myself a time limit. I say I'm going to give myself like maximum a minute 30 to go through fonts. Otherwise, I spend 1,000 years on fonts. And then the sun comes up and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've just spent all nights looking at fonts. So for this one, I was going for something a little bit more plain for our top lettering. Let's have a look what Kate's ABC's baby girl looks like. It's not the vibes. So my go-to when I'm sitting and struggling to figure out what fonts to find, I type BFC, because I find the BFC fonts for the most part I just really like. So let's see. Farmhouse Bride. I loved this font until I went closer and it was like all jiggity. And I was like, that's weird. It looks cute from afar. Like if they could have just made my lines straight, that would have been wonderful. Anyway, see, getting distracted. Yeah. So let's see if we've got something cute. I love this caramel cake pop. Very cutesy, but I think I'm going for a little bit more of an elegant sort of font. Here's a luxurious. What's this? Grandeur. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, let's put her there. I don't know if she's what I want for sure, but when we put our design together, then maybe I can get a better concept of whether I like this font. Social. I did wonder if I spelled social right this week when I made that, and I'd already taken pictures. I was like, is that how you spell social? If it's not, it's okay. It's fine. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. You live and you learn it. I think this is actually the exact font that I did, yes, and I love it. I think this font is gorgeous. So everybody jot it down in your notebooks. This is BFC Cottage Style. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Ah, look at that. That says let's get social. Let's fix that. Let's get social. Oh gosh, guys. Yeah, it's been a long week. There's a TikTok. It goes, today drained me. Yeah, that was me. That was me this week. Very tiring. Okay, gorgeous. I think that's so pretty. I love that font, although I think it might be a wee bit skinny. I'm not gonna have a fun time weeding it. Let's find something less skinny. Not skinny shaming my letters here, but they're not fun. Oh, that's so funny. This is the exact font that I use. Marionette. We're gonna keep it because obviously I caught my eye and it's what works. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stick to that font because that's a good one. Oh, I keep on grabbing the wrong things. There we go. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, happy with that. Now, here is something a little bit interesting for you. You can upload certain images. So if you want, you can have a look at Facebook. Design Space does have like Facebookish looking things, but obviously they're not the real Facebook logos, but you can use those because who's going to go to your market store and be like, that is not a real Facebook logo? They won't. But if they do, Instagram. So here's like things that you can upload if you're wanting to use these design space images. Alternatively, we can do some upload magic. So we're going to go to upload. See, I've already uploaded them, but because I love you guys, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you with the QR code actually. Or I'll show you the TikTok logo. Let's start with the QR code because that was a little bit complicated. I found this image of a QR code, but for when you guys do it, obviously it's your social media pages. Don't just find a random QR code because that would be weird. So you can go to your social media platforms, and where you go to share your profile, you should be able to download your own QR codes. Alternatively, the most ideal thing, because we're only putting one QR code, is if you go, there's a lot of places online. You just type QR code maker, and then you should be able to put the links to your different social media pages on this QR code. It's like a special QR code just for you. I think this one, if you scan it, it'll take you to Wikipedia. Because I decided not to go with my own QR code. Anyway, blah blah blah. Here's a QR code. It doesn't need me to take away backgrounds or anything because it's actually one of those images with a transparent background. So I've uploaded it. Easy peasy. There we go. So there's my QR code. But look, Design Space has QR codes. Again, don't use Design Space's QR codes because they're not going to take you to your social media, and then it defeats the whole purpose of this thing. So there's our QR code. Then let's go upload so I can show you how to upload and remove backgrounds. So if you've got Cricut Access, let's see. If you've got Cricut Access, removing backgrounds is super easy. All you have to do is go to the little automatic remove backgrounds. And let's see. Ta-da! There we go. It's remove background. But if you don't have Cricut Access, which you really need to get on, if you're not on it, you're like sleeping on it because it's so worth it. 99 Rand a month is like a bargain for what it gives you. So you can go remove background. Oh, sorry. Now, see, I'm in my Cricut Access brain. You go to select, and you can select the part that you don't want. But now, be careful when you're uploading because you might just get caught out. There's a preview single layer button. Press it. Now you see you have a problem. That is a square TikTok logo because it didn't take the actual background out. You need to be careful if you're downloading ones because I don't know if you can even see, but there's actually like little checkered lines at the back of it. So in this case, gosh, you people that don't have Cricut Access, you're probably going to want to go find another design that doesn't have this because it's a bit of a mission, because you can go and you can actually like use your little checky thingy, your little ticky box, that wasn't English. You can use your little thingy to select the parts you don't want. Thank you. And my brain finally came to the party. Or you can erase. You can have a big eraser or small eraser. Boop, boop, and you can erase it. See, that's what will happen. But you have to sit and actually erase the corners. Anyway, we're going to remove background because we have Cricut Access, lucky fishes, and apply and continue. And then Here you're going to choose single layer. If you choose flat graphic, it's going to make a print and cut design, which you can, make stickers out of. But that's not what we're here for, which we could actually do. We could print, but we're not going to do it. We're vinyl girlies today. Continue. I'm not going to continue because I've already got this. Okay, so we've got our QR code, and I'm going to go to my uploads, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3. Awesome sauce. Okay. And we're going to decrease these sizes because wowzers, they are huge. Okay. Oh, see, now I can't even see so much happening on my... there we go. Okay. Oh, oopsie. Do you know what I've done? I've grabbed my actual project. Let's grab just this project. Boop. There we go. I think it's because I added them all at the same time and it was just like too much going on. Too much going on. Okay, so I think in terms of size, let's have a look. This is about 3.5. I'm actually liking that. So let's go size 3.5. Let's make this one size 3.5. And this one size 3.5. Excellent. Okay, now we've got that sorted and we've got our QR code. Now I'm gonna go and upload my logo, which I'm now kind of realizing I didn't prepare for you in my downloads. It's very far away and I'm not going to do that. I'm rather just going to go to my other design and copy and paste it because it works the exact same way. We upload there we go. We upload the logo layer, bring to the front. There we go. And we can disappear this guy again. Gosh, it's crazy how the design is pretty much exactly the same. Creature of habit, yeah. Okay, anyway, so there is my logo. There are my little social media logos, and now I'm going to be extra and I'm going to align them and make my page look all normal and fancy and stuff, but it's absolutely not necessary because we're going to be sticking it like with our own eyeballs anyway. Okay, there we go. Gorgeous. Easy, simple. We've designed that in a very short period of time, so it's quite an easy one to play around with. If I wanted to, for example, now instead of doing it like this and move this out, take away the QR code because I'm old-fashioned, I could always just go grabbing all the wrong things here. There we go. At things. That's my social media page. I can do that. See, sorry, now I'm just giving you guys a different idea because I got distracted, which, really, we're here for a little bit of a distraction. That's not even actually my TikTok handle, but it's fine. We'll move it around. But I'm just showing you guys a different idea. Actually, you know what? Let's do... Oh, no, I already cut out the QR code. I was going to say let's do a completely different design. But I do like the QR code one. And it'd be nice if they matchy. But I just want to show this to you anyway, that you can do this. This is an option where you can lay out your different social media pages on the one side and, have it going down. Then people can just type your social media pages. It's completely up to you. I feel like if you're like old school and you want to stick to the handles, that's cool. Actually, there's a few people who can't even use QR codes, so there is that to consider. Anyway, we're going to stick to our original design. Undo. Maybe the real reason I don't want to do that design is because I don't want to read tiny letters. So yeah, I'm a print and cut girl, to be honest with you. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the brush stroke and the pennant, and we're actually just going to stop them from being seen because we're not going to cut those out. And we're going to go ahead and press make. There's music in my head. in case you're wondering what I was dancing to. Okay, so there it's set everything on a mat for us. Fantastic. I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm not going to be reading a QR code today because I thought I'd get ahead of the game, because the last thing I need is to be embarrassed while you guys watch me try read tiny things. So we're going to hide that. We don't need to do it. Aren't we lucky? Okay, and then I have a small piece of vinyl. We're going to test if this will fit. Is this going to be long enough? No, I just found this while I was busy and I figured it might work, but clearly not. Okay. No, wait, let's put those underneath. We're trying to save space here, people. Okay, and obviously it wasn't the same black, so it went on its own mat. Okay, let me show you. This is a learning opportunity here. If I go to this little dotties here, I can either move it to another mat or I can hide it and say I don't want to cut it anymore. That's actually what I did with that QR code. Didn't explain myself, got distracted. Anyway, we can move this option onto the screen. There we go. And we pop her here, which is quite cool if you want to maybe cut multiple things at the same time or whatever. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And then with this, shall we put it here? No, I think I'm just being extra. Let's just leave it where it was. Okay, that's fine. And we've got our 2 mats. Let us go, people. Whoop, whoop. I feel like that is the quickest design I've ever done in a live class. So proud of myself. Okay, I say that like I take long to design. I don't really. The thing that takes me the longest to design is my brain left my body. I can't remember. Oh, fonts. Sorry guys, I'm like in a dreamland today. I don't know what's happening with my brain. Anyhow, here's my teeny tiny mat. Love her very much. Oh, let's cut white first, because I think white is going to have some interesting weeding for us, and we can get going with that while the other one cuts. Here is my Cricut premium vinyl, and we're going to cut this piece off. I use so much white vinyl, it's actually crazy. Actually black vinyl as well. I need some black vinyl and transfer tape. If anybody was thinking, it's not my birthday anytime soon, but if you felt like you wanted to send me a little package because you love me, yeah, I will take transfer tape. Because also I always forget to buy it. That is probably my big issue, is that I'll think, okay, I need this color vinyl for this thing that I'm doing, blah blah blah, blah, and then I always forget transfer tape and like the important things, even like that tape you need for infusible inks. It's the small things that I'm always forgetting. Anyway, we're going to open this beautiful guy. And then this is something, if you're ever going from a maker to a Joy, or even a Joy Extra, people like will leave their mats there. But you've got to slide it in, because the Cricut Joy and Joy Extra have like a little sensor. So, yeah. Guys, I love the Joy. It is so cute. It's so newness. I just can't deal. I think like every time I hold the little mat, I just get like all excited. I'm like, oh, so cute. Anyway, I wonder if anybody's saying everybody, I'm sorry, I'm busy reading the comments, and Nicola saying the English teacher in me is telling me to mention the apostrophe between the T and the S. You know what? You make a valid point, Nicola. I am a music teacher, and unfortunately all I know how to do is count 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. That is the extent of my knowledge. I can clap on beat and I can sing you a song. I cannot spell. Even in art, sometimes we have to write things and the kids will be like, Miss Han, does spelling count? And I say no, because I don't want them to come to my desk and ask me how to spell things, because then I'm going to have to Google. Like, how many S's are in scissors? I don't know. And I feel like it's too much pressure for you to ask. But don't worry, Nicola, I'm going to show you. We can cut it just an apostrophe, and we're going to put it on there just for you. So, I got distracted. We're looking at the comments. Carla says for the logo, can we generate one only for both Facebook and Instagram together? Yes. So if you go online and you type QR code generator, there's a lot of generators that you should be able to put the links under. There's also something called Linktree that you should be able to use to put everything under one link. So you absolutely can do that. Okay, let's get this going. Boop. Unload. I'll tell you something interesting about Nicola. She is actually joining all the way from sunny Scotland. And I'm not even saying sunny Scotland as a joke. Apparently there's like a whole heat wave or something happening there, which is quite hectic considering, you know, they weather the majority of the year. But yes, she is joining us from Scotland, which is so wonderful. And no, she's not a random lady that I stalk on social media. That is my sister. She is a new owner of a Joy Extra. Woo woo. So I'm so glad that she's joining the class today. Makes me super, super happy and excited. Okay, let's pop the black on and then we can get to weeding our... Let's actually do this one. We can get to weeding our white. I'm actually going to move this guy a little bit out of the way so I can have space to weed. Okay. Sometimes when it goes in, I feel like singing. So exciting. Anyway, let's do our logo. Oh, Caroline is late. I think that our snack police are gonna come for you, Caroline. So just be careful. I won't tell if you don't, even though I just did. I think Susie has earned the right. She's been coming to classes early these days. I think Susie has earned the right to take charge of our snack policing this evening. Okay, Susie, are you watching? All right. Anyway, so this is my logo that I'm just busy taking the small pieces out. So when I'm doing vinyl, I tend to do the insides first and then the outsides. Iron-on, I generally do the opposite. I do the outsides, then the insides. Oh, do you know what I did, guys? We did the wrong parts. I obviously got distracted by talking to you, but now this is a learning opportunity for you. I did this on purpose. So I was supposed to not take out the little triangle in A. You can't see this. You can't even see it. It's a tiny piece of white vinyl. You can't see. But I took out the little bits in A. But let's see if we can make this work, people. Okay. So we were supposed to take out the actual words, the actual letters. I mean, yes, but that's okay. Forgive me today, guys. Please give me grace. I know you still love me. Yes. I make mistakes so you can learn. It is just my way of showing you guys how much I care. Yes. So glad you could all be a part of this weeding experience with me. These teeny tiny letters. I have got to say, I was so inspired after last week's class by everybody who made mugs. Some people made vinyl mugs, some people made infusible ink mugs, but everyone made the most gorgeous mugs. So I think it's so awesome that people went and did the whole boho vibe. I thought it was really cool. This week, no pressure to make, something for a market, especially if a market is not something you do. But I really think everyone should get on the project, because what, a vinyl project? Come on, guys. That is easy peasy. Everyone can do vinyl. post your project. You don't know, you might win, you might inspire someone. I know, even though I'm an ambassador, even though I host classes, I get so inspired by the most gorgeous things that everyone makes. And it's funny, it's like the projects of people who I don't often see on Facebook. Those are the projects that I love the most, because those are the people that are like, oh, they never post, and now they're so brave to post, and they actually make the most gorgeous things. How often I see someone say, I'm a first time crafter, and they made something beautiful. So if you are also a person who likes to be on Facebook, it would be so great if you can go and just show love to people who are crafting. Especially if you see someone say, hey, I'm a first time crafter, and this is the thing that I made. I think we need to go on a love mission, guys. I think we need to go on a journey where we just tell everybody how amazing they're doing. And if you see someone is struggling or someone is lacking inspiration, we've just got to inspire and uplift them, because we were all first time cricketeers once. And it's scary doing your first project. It's scary posting and feeling like people are going to judge you, because there is a weird world out there where people are not nice online. That is not who we are, though. Us Cricut peeps, we love each other so much, and I love you all, even though I don't know, I feel like I've said I love you so much in today's class. I feel like I'm just on a love bomb mission today. But it's fine, it's okay, we're just feeling the good vibes today. Anyway, I think I got a bit on a tangent there. We're talking about the challenge this week. I've already seen some cool projects, some water bottles. I did a little gift box that actually came at perfect timing, because my gift box I made on Monday. So it came like the best time for our challenge. It made me so excited. I love when things work out, But everyone needs to get in on the challenges. Okay, so now for you English people, English freaks out there, we're gonna go back to Design Space, and you're gonna watch me cut an apostrophe. So let's head on over to Design Space. We're just gonna cut an apostrophe, people. It's important. Oopsie. I've got my text, and I'm just gonna add. See, I don't even know where apostrophe is. There it is. And you know what? Because I didn't put an apostrophe on the other project either, we're going to add 2. And because we don't want it to cut in the colors of these mats, we're just going to make it yellow. There we go. I hope you're happy with your apostrophe. There we go. Yay. Okay. Those are ready. Let's pop those to the sides. And the apostrophe is supposed to be white. I couldn't even remember for a second. Comments on my side have gone a little bit quiet. Is everybody still there? Are we still in the house today? Are we sleeping? What is happening? Am I sleeping? Is my phone sleeping? Am I just not seeing comments? That's okay. I'll just talk to myself. Okay. And now we're going to cut out our cute little apostrophes. Premium vinyl. Wonderful. While those cut, we are going to go ahead and get started with our project. There it is. I couldn't find it for a second. Okay. So if you buy acrylic blanks, they have these blue plastics on them. Don't put your vinyl on the blue plastic. Talking from experience. Yeah, you gotta take that off. Unload. Okay. Now apostrophes are ready. We're gonna keep those there. And we're gonna put our cute little mat away. Okay, Now, let's get down to business. Do you know that song? I just singing crazy things here. Okay, cool. So, let's... There it is. Oh my gosh. I thought I lost our piece. That would have been terrible. I actually forgot to read this. You know, it's so funny. Often, like, I'll be doing a project lastminute.com and I will lose, like, parts of it. So, like, was it November? I did t-shirts for a lady at work. And it was 3 matching t-shirts for siblings. And I think there was... I couldn't find the part that said big hearts because it was like something about big hearts. I can't remember. And in about January, I was busy cleaning up some stuff and I found that piece of vinyl that I had to recut. And I was just like, darn, that's annoying. Okay, let's just get our transfer tape. I just left it over there. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to cut it to the size of this because I'm going to be reusing this piece. It's about 3. There we go. And then while I'm here, let's cut the transfer tape for our QR code. Okay, so let's start with, it's like a little puzzle. Let's start with this. Oh, okay, and then I actually packed both of these out today. So these are my scraper tools. We've got the little one and we've got the big one. I normally like the big one, but today we're gonna go with the little one because we're in cute little Joyland, where everything is cute and small and wonderful. It's like a mystical experience. Do you know what the joy kind of makes me think of? Like if the joy was a mystical character, it would be a fairy because it can do cute magic little things, and it's small and wonderful. So if the joy was a fairy character, it would be a fairy. Okay, now let's do this one. So we're putting the transfer tape, we're reusing it now because you can, and then we're gonna scrape this. Sometimes if you're using smart vinyl, so I'm not using smart vinyl today, this is just regular vinyl, sometimes you might have to scrape the back because the backing itself is a little bit hard. And, you know, smart vinyl works great because you don't need a mat for it, but it is a little bit more tricky to get off the transfer tape. But it's got pros and cons. Okay. I normally stand and look directly at my designs when I'm putting them down on things, but, you know, I don't want to block your view. So if it's skew, don't come for me. Don't do it. Because it might be. Okay, cool. Let's go for our little social media icons. And now, because we're kind of at the end of the life of this transfer tape, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to place my transfer tape. And then I'm actually going to cut them out and make like little individual stickers. Okay. You know, it's so funny this week when I saw that the challenge was vinyl. I just thought to myself, ugh, what can I make with vinyl? Vinyl's so boring. And then I realized I actually use vinyl so much. And then even at the end of last year, there was a Cricut Wrapped, which was like reflecting on what projects you'd made throughout the year. And my mostly used project was actually vinyl. And I just thought that was so interesting because I was like, what do you even do with vinyl? And then I was looking at everything everyone was posting and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you can make that with vinyl. And I do presents for people all the time, and I really, on my to-do list is a decal for the back of my car. I saw somebody the other day had a decal, and it was, please don't hoot at me, I'm gonna cry. Or no, and there was another one that said, oh yes, it was, please let me merge, or I'm gonna cry. I think that's what it was. And I just feel like I need that on the back of my car. I'm not like the most anxious driver in the world, but like I don't like it when people hoot at me. It's not nice. Just let me take the time that I need to take. You don't need to be aggressive here. Anyway, oh, there we've carried a little bit of vinyl with us. Okay. So yeah, anyway, conclusion. I realized that vinyl is beautiful and versatile, and I use it a lot more often than I think. So that's super cool. I think I'm just in my print and cut era at the moment because it's so easy. Like I can just whip my Joy Extra out and print things. Print chocolate wrappers and cards and all these cool things. But it's good to go back to your roots. Love a good vinyl project, love a good iron-on project. Also have 100 million iron-on projects in my cart. On my design space. Not my cart. What the heck? Okay. Go. Okay. If anybody is commenting, I'm so sorry, I can't see your comments. I hope you're having fun chats without me. I'm having major FOMO. I want to hear what everybody's talking about, but I'll have to sit and go through comments later, or refresh my feed or something, because you guys always have fun stuff to say. Okay, and my QR code. I will admit, this QR code wasn't actually that difficult to read. The one that I did here, that was a mission, but it does work, and I'm so excited. I scanned the QR code, and it took me to Wikipedia, because that's where I got the QR code from, and I just thought it was funny. But it does work, in case anybody was like, oh, if I put up my QR code, is it even going to work? It will. So, I was intending to ask everybody what color we should do the background. Oh my gosh, I just got the comments back. Sorry, I got so excited. Thanks, Kim. I can see the comments. Okay, yay. I got so excited. Oh, thank you, Raksha, for reminding me about the apostrophe. I absolutely forgot. I'm so glad I got the comments back. I was getting so sad without you guys. Okay. Now that I can stop being excited, let's put our apostrophe back. So what I'm going to do, like I've been weeding and using transfer tape and stuff, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel my little apostrophe off. Can you see? It's so tiny. And we're going to put her there. Ta-da! And while we're putting apostrophes, let's do this one too. The fonts are not the same size. Is it going to look terrible? Oh no. Yay! Yay! Celebrations! Oh, it's the small things that excite me, guys. Anyway. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Let me just clean this up. Okay. Now, we're going to turn it around. You can absolutely paint it first. In fact, that is what I did with that one. But we are going to be different here. And we're going to paint it afterwards. Okay, let me roll up these sleeves. Let me even take this jacket off. Let's get serious here. We're about to paint. So that one I did for the class. I mean for my little image, I did pink. But I think we should do something different. I've got purple. I think purple. I don't see comments again. I don't know if it's just the gremlins going on my phone and not allowing me to see anything, but that's okay. We're gonna go for purple because I think it's gonna look super cute. I also have yellow and pink, but purple's the vision for today. Okay, I don't have crazy things to tell you about painting, because I just kind of go with the flow when it comes to painting, which I think is for the best. But I am going to stir up my paint here. There we go. I think it's getting a bit hard, but it's fine. We're just gonna hope this works out for me. Okay. It's normally a lot more watery, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's just go for the flow. Go for the flow. Go with the flow. Okay. Okay. Oh, I do love painting because I just feel like I have the most fun, and I am so unbothered about whether things work out or not. It's a shame. I'm very fortunate. I know lots of people are very stressed and anxious and want perfection, and I'm just vibing out here. I'm just like, let's do this. Let's paint. Let's, make mistakes. And if it's ugly, then I mean, it won't be ugly. But if it looks crazy, then it looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bothered by it. Okay. I do like the smell of paint. Is that weird? Sorry, that is weird. Alba says purple. See, now I'm late to the party with all these comments, guys. Man. I'm so sad because the comments are probably my favorite thing. Like, I love to watch a live class, because people always have such fun things to say, yeah, it makes me sad that I'm not getting updates of your comments, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna stop bringing it up. Ooh, guys, the purple is worlds better than the pink. I love it. Okay, but we need a bit of a thicker layer because it's showing like see-through. What I did with this one is I took the light pink. I just thought it'd be nice, if I've just added some purple there. Very nice. I put like some lighter colors in the background because I thought it'd be nice. Maybe we'll do that to this, shall we? Shall we do that and see what happens? Yes, I think we shall. Let's do it. Oh, but see, now I didn't bring a bucket to wash my water, but that's fine. Okay. Okay. And remember I said, if you don't want to paint, you absolutely don't have to. Especially you perfectionists out there, you might want to rather cut a splotch of vinyl, which is absolutely okay. That is gorgeous too. What I would maybe recommend, Cricut has patterned vinyl. Guys, patterned vinyl, sleeping on it. It's very pretty. It is removable. It's not permanent, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I am happy, I think. Let's turn her around and see. Are we ready? Final reveal. Oh, guys, that is stunning. I definitely love the purple more. I also kind of just... Oh, whoops. That's okay. That's what we have wet wipes for. Didn't actually mess that much. I kind of went with the same design, placed them in different places, but that's absolutely fine. I'm obsessed with it in the purple. It is gorgeous. What I am going to do is I'm going to post it on Facebook, and I want to see if you are going to a market, especially I know Candace is going to a market. I'd love to see your take on a little social media board. If you don't have acrylic, you can go for like wood or, absolutely anything to make this come to life. It could be really gorgeous. And if you're not into the market scene and you just want to get involved in this challenge, please go and do a vinyl project, guys. It doesn't have to be sorry, I'm just bringing myself to the front so you can see me nicely. It doesn't have to be a the plaque thingy. You can do anything. You can do a water bottle. If you're still new to using Design Space and using your Cricut, do something simple. Do a car decal, do a water bottle decal. Go decorate your cupboard inventory. Just, go and do the projects, because the only way you're going to get better at these is actually doing it. I just want to say thank you so much for joining today's class. I'm sure you guys have been a hoot in the comments, even though I couldn't see. It's absolutely fine. I'm going to go sit for an hour and read what all you beautiful people have said, because I know you've been chatting. But it's been so awesome being with you guys tonight. I hope you feel inspired. I hope you've learned something new, and I can't wait to see all the gorgeous